Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aaron Thompson, just like the host spoke about. Just here up here to give you some valuable information that you might be looking for more. I'm here to actually do a business overview for tonight. But before I actually get started, I want to fill out the room. I want to ask a few questions because I noticed that when I was growing up, I realized that I seen my family fail in a couple of different quadrants, like you read in Business of the 21st Century, and I noticed that I wanted more, and nobody in my family can actually teach me how to do more because they never did more. They never had the dreams that I had and the dreams that I wanted to accomplish. So just to fill out the room, I would like to ask Ms. Shakayla, what are some of your dreams and goals? If money was not a factor, you can spend, and you made a $300 million tomorrow, how would your life change tomorrow?
I'm going to travel and take care of the family. And I want to open up a shelter where teenagers can come
Hmm,
and get job skills and uh, get a brand new house.
brand new house. Okay. What color?
What color is the house?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I hadn't thought that far.
And it's totally fine. What we tend to realize is that people tend to say that they want a wide dream rather than going into details. Because we all don't. We're supposed to write down our goals every day, but we tend to get a little lazy on it, and that's fine because the more detailed your dreams and goals are, the more likely you accomplish it. You know,
Mhm.
like for instance, a big house to me can be two bedrooms, one bath. A big house to you might be four bedrooms, four bedrooms, four baths.
Mhm.
So it's actually good to actually get deep into it and realize exactly what you want. Speak
Mhm.
into what you want into existence, right?
Okay.
Oh, well, that's fine, Mr. Roderick. Hello?
Did it
I'm
just
sorry,
come?
I was muted. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Sure.
fine.
My dream, I would like a Nissan 370Z,
Mm,
a
okay.
Jaguar F-Type, all white.
Mm, white inside too.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's
Mm-hmm.
all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the inside is yet. Possibly so. Yeah, why not? Yeah, white interior as well. Yes. And
Boy,
also would like a 2017 all white Mustang as well.
yeah, I'm a big car fan myself too. I like it. Okay.
Last but not least, my Lamborghini yellow, matte yellow, semi-gloss.
Okay. Driving down the road like a son, huh?
Benz.
Gonna be fun, huh?
So I'm definitely a car guy, but aside from that, those things I have to get for sure in life. I really feel 'cause I love cars, you know. And but other than that, personally, I also want to be able to allow my mom to be financially free, so she don't have to work anymore. She's working her butt off right now as a principal in the Bahamas, so but she could definitely, if I could definitely let her walk away from that job and do what do you call it? But she is big in the church as well. She is an evangelist, so she would love to do evangelism full time. So what I would like to do is take her out of work and put her back to school so she could study more into what she's passionate about, which is evangelism and going through that process to that full time. And let God use her. So they're the main things right there that I would like.
That's pretty cool. I see from the things that you speak about is I see that y'all care about people in general,
Hmm.
and that's good. And it's great to share the word. To actually bring people to the great Father above. That's awesome.
Sure.
All right then. Well, how about this? When the reason why I propose that question to people is because I tend to want them to dream, take that box away. People tend to box their dreams and goals into their current income, which is it's okay if you got those type of dreams, but at the same time, if money was not a factor, we tend to dream a little bit bigger than what we currently do. You know, you can literally close your eye if you can close your eyes and picture what you want to accomplish. Why can't you accomplish it? The only person that's standing in front of you is you.
Mm,
Do we agree?
true.
So, with that being said, I don't have $300 million to give you right here, of course. But what I would like to do, I would actually like to explore a vehicle. to help you get to those things with a little bit of help of mentorship and a little bit of guidance. Does that sound fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move along. In today's presentation, I'll be talking about a couple of things. First thing we got to understand is the reason for the process. Right now, you're going through a process. You're either at the BP1 or BP2, or this might be a BP3, but this is the board plan. Through the process, what the process is meant to do is to build leaders. You got to understand credentials. Credentials here doesn't matter. It's your character. Do you care about people? Do you have is there mutual trust between you and the person that's taking you through the process? Are you being transparent with them? Because how can you do business with someone that you're not comfortable with or you don't like? Do we agree?
Agreed.
All right then. Second thing is being educated. Being educated. Education is always key. In anything that you do, you have to be educated. You got to understand the difference between facts versus opinions. Opinions are just like elbows. Everybody have one, right? Or armpits. Everybody have one, right? Facts are the black and white, proven. If you can literally research and find it, find that it's been told true. That's backed up with guidelines, shall I say? The third thing is as you go through this process, you're building the case for yourself. We're building the case for who? Yes, you're building the case for our mentors, the ones that's done it. That's at the promised land. We want to make sure that you are the type of person that we're willing to work with, and also we want to make sure we're the type of people that you want to work with. So it's a neutral respect on both ends. First thing you got to understand, you have to have integrity, and being integrity, your word is key, your word is bond. You got to understand that, and also being accountable. Accountability is a big key. Now, when we say accountability, what we're talking about is being accountable for your dreams and goals. When things get tough, you're not tapping out. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And the second thing is people before profit. Like Mr. Roger, you was speaking about your family, being in a church and taking people to the to God and doing more for themselves and realizing that there's a something better at the end. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So believing in people before profit. I'm pretty sure if you didn't get paid a dime to do it, or your mom didn't get paid a dime to do it, she'd still do it because she loves it, right?
True. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So believing in people before profit, that's the big difference between today's industrial age and I mean back then industrial age and today's informational age. Okay, the third thing, level of ambition. What I mean by level of ambition is that I cannot be more excited for your dreams and goals than you are. You have to show that you want. You have to show that you want to do more for yourself and family. How can I run with your dreams and goals if you're not even running? Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Exactly. So having some ambition about what you're doing and about yourself, that's key. And then the last thing is the decision process. The decision process is pretty much us making a final decision at the end of the process. If we're definitely gonna make be if we're definitely gonna mentor you, definitely gonna walk with you on this journey. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, one simple question: Why? Why is a big thing. Before I started the presentation, I asked you some of your dreams and goals. Why? Why do you want to? Some of your dreams and goals are what we call your whys. The reason why you strive to be better, the reason why you're sitting in the chair that you're sitting in, the reason why you took the time to meet with the person that brought you here week in and week out until we complete the process. Those are your whys. If your whys are strong, you can move mountains. And that's the first thing that you have to understand. A lot of people get too caught up in the what and the how and not enough on the why. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Today's agenda, we're going to go, of course, over the cash flow quadrants just briefly because I know that you read the book Business of the 21st Century. We're going to talk about asset development because asset development, you got to remember, that's something that you can physically leave behind for your family, pass on generational wealth, generations of wealth. The third thing we're going to talk about is the business plan, of course. How do we get there? The fourth thing is the mentorship program that you're qualifying for through the process, of course, and the compensation structure of how we get paid, how we make our money. Is that fair?
Yeah, looks good to me. Ready to learn.
All right, then. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Sounds great. Now, talking about the cash flow quadrant, I'm pretty sure everybody remembers this from the Business of the 21st Century book. You know, if you don't, you wouldn't be here, right? Now,
Mhm.
understand anything that you do, you have to have a certain type of mindset, and that's the main thing. Here on this quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki was the one that made the quadrant. He says that there's four legal ways to actually make money, and there's four different mindsets that these quadrants are. Right now, just like me and you, we probably in the employee quadrant, or you probably in the self-employed quadrant, or you're probably in the investor quadrant. But one thing you have to understand: each quadrant is a difference in mindset. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. What makes it what I mean by to go a little bit more in depth in that is that you cannot run a big business thinking like an employee. You cannot be an investor thinking like an employee. You get what I'm saying? That's oh, oh I'm sorry, the dog ran across. Get down, Diamond. Excuse me, sorry about that. Dog got in the garbage can. But one thing that you have to understand about all four of these quadrants, other than the mindset, you got to understand these success. I always mention to people that success changes faces, but it doesn't change language. What I mean by that, I told you about my family before. I watched them suffer in the employee quadrant. I've seen people suffer in the self-employed quadrant. I even seen people suffer in the investor quadrant. Even though the investor quadrant is on the passive side, that doesn't mean that you're free. If that makes sense. Like what I mean by that, because you're on the passive side, that don't necessarily means that you're a, um, a fully active passive income earner. What I mean by that, how many people you know that, well, I'm pretty sure you heard it in the news and this and that, somebody wins the lottery for $3 million and then they invest. Yes, true. It's true that they are an investor and they can invest. But the thing is, it's three major assets, three major functions in the investor quadrant. First thing, you need the capital, you need the expertise, and also you need the expertise, you need the capital, and also you got to be willing to take a risk. If all three of those are not present, you cannot be there. You get
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Now, depending on which side of the quadrant you're on, explains which part of the which part of the mindset you're in. Like what I mean by that, and the back in the old day, they talked about the industrial age, where you have to have a big building, you have to have a lot of employees, and you have to be able to pretty much, be there and make sure everything is rent correctly, right?
Right.
That that's the old way of doing business. The informational age is just quite the opposite. Like I like using the example of Uber. Uber has um Uber has the largest cab service in the world. But the thing is that they don't own one cab. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times you'll pull up to the airport, or pull up somewhere where the cabs be sitting, and you see a whole line of them, and then you see somebody come out and jump into an Uber. It's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. On the actor side, you got to remember you're one step away from being replaced by an app, and that's sad.
Wow, that's good.
Now let's dive a little deeper into both sides of the quadrant, so we can get them. So pretty much you can bring it home. The ES quadrant life. That's where we call making a living. That's what a lot of people you see say making a living. But this is also referred to as the rat race. I'm pretty sure you heard that term before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I mean by that, rat race is pretty much what we call insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Do we
Mm.
agree? So, thinking about the ENS, if you work 40 hours a week, right, which is the average for of people that work, if they work a full time job, and then you work 50 weeks in a year. That's 2,000 hours in a year that you worked in 1 year.
Wow.
Let's times that by 50 years because usually people retire at what age 65, 60, right? That's the age of retirement, right? That people know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, around there, yeah.
yeah, around there, right? But before I go on, I wanted to explain something to you. Retirement is not an age. Give you an example. If you like I said before, if you hit the lottery for $300 million tomorrow, would you go back to work?
Nope.
More likely no, right? So retirement is when you have full control of your time and money, and also at the same time, you can do what you want to do when you want to do it and how you want to do it.
That's good.
So definitely understand that. And that's what that when we talk about mindset, you see the mindset change now?
Mm-hmm.
Come
Mm-hmm.
on, come on, people. Let's take off that employee mindset and think like business owners.
All
Do we
right.
agree? All right then. So going down to 50 years, for 50 years you do 40 hours a week. You put 100,000 hours into building somebody else's asset. How does that sound?
Sad.
What's crazy? What's even crazier about the 100,000 hours that you work is that if you put 100,000 hours into anything, it can be successful.
Mm,
Imagine putting 100,000 hours into yourself,
wow.
a main person.
That's good.
Wow. In the B quadrant life, let's move to the other side of the quadrant. In the B quadrant life, you're creating an asset, something that you can pass along to your kids. Because also you got to understand, people cannot pass down their degree to their kids. People cannot pass down certain things to their kids because it's not something that you can hold, something that you can physically hand off. So in the big quadrant life, that's where it actually happens. That's what we are about. That's what the reason why we're doing this presentation, so we can change your mindset on that and show you how the wealthy people, the most wealthiest people in the world, actually creating money. Does that make sense? Hello, hello,
Did it go out?
hello. Anybody there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know what happened to Roderick. It makes
Okay.
sense. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So talking about the business ownership. The way business owners believe or the way business owners think is that you make money through, of course, products, education, and also incentives. Understanding the business network, the total volume of combined business. Is that fair? Diving a little deeper. Right now, your current situation looks like this, and then we call this the industrial age model when we talk about the industrial way of thinking. Right now, you have a job. To the right, you have a job where you turn in your time, and they give you money in return. That's fair to say, right? And then you take your money, and then you go to a store, pretty much Walmart, Publix, whoever that you shop with, and they give you products in return. This is what we call making a living. The reason, and it's not saying that not saying that you're wrong for doing this or anything like that, because two things you got to understand that the person is always gonna do until the day you die is consume and pay taxes if you live in a great country. So right here is just the way you consume. The left is the way you consume, and the right is your job. Funding your habits and the things that you need to make a living. That's fine. You know, but the thing that's not the thing that's really sad about this part is that the only person that's not gaining and making any money in this is you. Everybody else is making money while you're still staying stable, staying the place that you're at.
Wow.
Now let's change that. Let's change the way we do things. Remember, it's the informational age. We got the power of the internet to do more. The same transactions that you use, the same transactions that you do on a monthly basis, which is some examples to the right. You buy electronics, skincare, auto service, a couple of different things. Even if you like drinking energy drinks, you know, we teach you how to make those transactions, or well, do those transactions through the power of the internet, so you can get compensated for it. Do we agree?
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yes,
So,
sir. But
so by you, so you say through the power of the internet. So that means you have like your own website or something, or
well, yeah, yes, sir. You have your own website. It's nothing that you have to store at home. Remember, it's the informational age of thinking, not the industrial age. Industrial age, you need a big old house, big old warehouse, this and that. But the reason why we do it through the power of the internet, so it can be very little overhead costs. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You don't have to worry about paying lights. You don't have to worry about paying employees. You don't have to worry about none of that. So you can get the most out of your money that you can get. Now, one major key in this whole equation here is that we also teach you how to build a team so your asset can last longer. That's building a team, building your asset through the power of people, leveraging people carries over to residual income, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. One of the business name that a lot of people know the business of is Amway Global. Amway Global. Now, let me explain something to you. Amway Global, we do not work for Amway Global. Amway Global is just a common supplier for us. But to tell you a little bit about Amway Global, they're the number one direct selling business in the world. I'm pretty sure you heard of a couple of others like Mary Kay, Avon, Cutco, and this and that. And that whole system, that whole equation, we're number one. So if you're gonna be with someone, why not be with number one? Do we agree?
Absolutely.
Exactly. And to let you know a little bit more about Amway is they did $58.6 billion in bonus and incentives. The reason why they can do so much because remember it's little overhead costs. They don't advertise on TV. They don't advertise on billboards. That's the old mindset of industrial age. Why do all that when you can invest more into your IBOs or more into the people that are helping you. That's the reason why they do so much on a yearly basis, as far as giving out bonuses and incentives, and the reason why they can. You know, and
Mhm.
another thing too, they're number 35. They're number 35 in the largest private companies in Forbes 2017, America's largest private company. What that means is that they're not there's no shareholders. And what I mean by that, because a lot of businesses become dictated. Well, a lot of businesses tend to do things to please the share owners, the shareholders, and that's not this case because you're privately owned, you can do what you want to do and how you want to do it, and don't have to worry about somebody being affected and they're gonna pull their money out and this and that. So that's a major thing there. They're a private company. Another thing too is that every product that you get from Amway Global is a 180-day money back guarantee. You know,
Wow.
yeah, I know, right? Now the crazy thing about being a 180-day money back guarantee is that you we believe in our products to the point that we you can use up the whole you can use up all the products. You can use up the whole thing. Like if you buy something from it, you can use the whole thing and you can still return it, even though you used it all without a receipt. And guess what? They even ship the return slip in the packet with your products when you first get it,
Wow.
all paid for and everything. You know?
That's cool.
Oh man, take that to Walmart and try it.
Uh,
So another thing too that's pretty cool that I love about this is that we're in 100 different countries and territories. So if you have a friend that lives in Africa or you have a friend that lives in Hawaii or something like that, good thing they can actually do business too. We're not bounded by these four corners of the United States. We're not bounded by that at all. Hmm.
okay.
Now we also have 800 plus patents, and we in 2017 we did 8.6 billion in global sales as well too in 2017. Now
Wow.
I know, right? Now the 800 patents, I'm gonna take it a little bit more to back to the 800 patents. Now let me explain something to you about patents. It's hard to even get one, but they have 800 plus patents.
Shucks.
That's crazy. That's
Mhm.
crazy. So they're doing something right, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, all right. So let's continue. Now we talk about the mentorship program and what you're qualifying this and that. These are some of the business training and educations that's available to you as an IBO or once you become an IBO. We got a couple of apps as well too. Because always staying educated is key. Always staying right in the mental is always a great thing. Like anybody in any profession would tell you, if you're a doctor, let's say a doctor, for example, if you're a doctor, you notice that even when doctors get their degree, they still studying afterwards. You always wonder because things are always growing, things are always evolving. Do we agree?
Yes.
All right then, and that's reason why we have these BWW technology as far as the streaming audio and video, and then we also attend business conferences. Like what I mean by business conferences, literally we go and see our mentors, our multimillionaire mentors, our multi-billionaire mentors, and you can physically shake their hands and see the proof in the pudding. That's the main thing. See it. If you don't believe us, shoot, we got one coming up in January. Why not come? You know. But later you can talk about that with the person that brought you here. But we also got coaching and mentoring. One thing that I have to explain to you is that there's two type of teachers in the world. It's experience and mentors. You can get from point A to point B with a mentor and get there in a short period of time, or you can use experience and get there and in like 10, 20 years.
Mm,
So my question to you, which one would you rather be? Which one would
mentor.
you rather take? And mentors. So that's the reason why we have the coaching and mentors. And what's crazy is a lot of people like, oh, I've never had a mentor in my life. You did have a mentor. You have mentors all the time, but it's up to you to recognize it. Now watch this. We all went to school, high school, elementary school, this and that. That person that was on that board, writing on the board, we call them teachers, but you also can call them mentors because you're trying to get to what they have. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right then. All right then. Now we are we also have mobile apps and online resources like we said, the BWW Stream, BWW TV, BMP, and also BWW Web. Now the business platform. People they can't believe it when I tell them this, but I'm gonna try to keep it simple because that's the main thing. It is a really simple process. It's a really simple equation. What I mean by that, Amway Global is the common supplier. Like I was telling you, we only get products from Amway Global. Amway Global doesn't care if you sign up with Amway Global and you can't sell products. No, they're just the supplier. The BWW educational system is what you're qualifying. That's the education. That's the mentoring. That's the understanding of how to treat people and how to lead people, being a leader. Now, what we do, we take both of those two categories, and we put them together to the point where you just shop from Amway Global, which is your business. You shop from your business, and then you share it with clients and partners or friends, family, and also you continue to learn through the BWW education. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's good.
Yes, yes, and that's the thing. Anybody can go online and shop, but the thing is, it takes a real person to become a leader. And in order for you to become a leader, you have to be educated. Because a leader is not just a leader. A leader is a person that can actually influence others to be leaders as well. Now, talking about some of the products, I love the products. I'm still thrilled about the products, and I've been doing this for a while. But one thing about the products, talking about Amway Global on the Amway Global side, we have access to exclusive brands that's not sold in stores. The reason why I like to say that's not sold in stores is because most of the time when products are being sold in stores, they tend to be a little diluted, shall I say, because they're trying to make more. The manufacturer's trying to make more money, or whoever's bringing in the product trying to make more money. Does that make sense? If
Yeah.
you notice, most of the most of the best products are usually bought online. Like, give me what I mean by that. Let's think of some. Of course, our products. Proactive. A lot of people know of Proactive, the acne cream, this and that. You realize that you cannot buy that in store. Isn't that funny?
Oh wow, makes sense.
Yes,
Good enough.
something that things that are efficient and highly concentrated, and that's not you cannot get in store, and that's something because and also when they sit on the shelf, they tend to lose potency. They tend to dilute. I promise you, you can go into Walmart now and look into the shampoo aisle and see how many shampoos are being diluted, how much water is in it, how much fluff.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, just to tell you a little bit about our exclusive products, we have Artistry, one of among the top 10 in the world. To be honest with you, I think they're like top five, top five, but one of the largest cosmetic lines in the world. Um, they actually sponsor Miss America for the past few years running. Very quality products.
Mm.
The second thing that's major, and these are only three. major lines that we have. This is only three. We have many more, but another line that we're definitely proud of is Neutralite. Have the world's number one selling vitamin in the world. You know, do more business in GMC and Vitamin Shop actually put together. Move more products than them. Satisfy more customers.
Okay. Okay.
The third thing is excess energy. Oh, I love this. They had the first exclusive sugar-free energy drink brand across the world. Now, the thing about our energy drinks, they're not full of crap. Like what I mean by crap, we know this thing that's called Red Bull, you know, or Monster, you know, this and that. If you look on that Red Bull Monster, they have a whole bunch of sugar in it, and this and that. And I guess they're replacing energy with sugar, and you tend to crash at the end, correct?
Mm.
It's nothing healthy about that at all. Nothing healthy about that at all. So if you're gonna actually get energy, why not get it the all natural way? Why not get it the way of plants and B vitamins and this and that? Why not benefit more out of what you put in your body? Because you got to look good and also feel good. Do we agree?
Agree.
Yeah, it don't make no sense that if you're making a lot of money but you're not here to enjoy it in 20 years because of a decision when you picked up that energy drink. But excess, a little bit more about excess. They have caffeine free, of course. If some people that have caffeine, like non caffeine, they have juice it. They have it carbonated. All the energy is coming from B vitamins. If you look on the back, it has B6, B12, this and that. You know, and yeah, get your daily portion of vitamins in a day. Why not, right? Why not
Yeah.
get the energy and also be healthy at the same time?
Good healthy energy.
Awesome, awesome. Now another thing too, what what really opened my eyes, and the reason why I believe that we're number one is because we have we're partners with so many places. Like on this side over here in this small section, I'm pretty sure some of y'all recognize, you know, a lot of these places. Roger, tell me a few that you recognize over there that you like. That
I
you,
see Forever 21 right there.
you got a little mama Tita, huh? I got you.
Yeah, Target,
All right,
Old Navy. Oh
yes
yeah, that's
sir,
my good stuff right there. I see they even
yes
got
sir,
Expedia. Oh yeah.
yes sir, yes sir. What about you, Miss Shakayla?
Expedia, Zales, Home Depot,
Okay. Okay.
Target.
Okay.
It's the good stuff.
And that's crazy. We're partners with every single one of these stores and more. Why
Mhm.
not shop at there as a business owner rather than a customer? Why not get paid to buy there rather than getting just products and a smile? Right?
True.
And you know, like I say, let's take off that employee mindset and keep on the business owner mindset. Now let's use common sense. Common sense is key in a lot of things. You know, we get through this thing called life with common sense, right?
Hmm.
A lot of people say, "Oh, it's a pyramid scheme." What? How can, how can we be partners with all these people, especially when they got top of the line lawyers and top of the line, you know, guidelines, and we be partners with every one of them and be a pyramid scheme? That's absurd. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Exactly. Somebody would have figured this out, by the way, right? But yeah, let's keep it going. Ah, whew, the money part. I love it. This is what we've been waiting on, right?
Mm.
Now, the three basic concepts that we talked about before: the shop, the share, and the learn. Let's show you the structure. Let's show you how this thing works itself out, right? Before we continue on this, I want to ask a question. From the time you get up in the morning to the time you go to sleep, when you get up in the morning, what are your normal actions that you do? Like when soon you roll out of the bed, you know, you yawn, wipe the little crust out of your eyes and the slop around your mouth, and you to the floor. What do you do to prepare for work? How do you get prepared for work?
All right. First thing is I pray, and then I go. I take a shower, brush my teeth, put on deodorant, put on some clothes.
Mm,
Yep. Get my keys, jump in the car. Yeah.
mm,
Go to
okay, okay. Okay, I understand that. How about you, Miss Kayla?
Pretty much same process.
Mm, mm. Oh, and y'all not together, right?
Nah.
It's it's kind of funny that y'all do the same thing and y'all don't live together, right?
Right, right.
So you remember when I took it back to the when I told you that, oh, we're gonna always pay taxes and consume, right? So on the everyday basis, you're consuming. When you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth, you got toothpaste, you got a toothbrush, and you take a shower, you got the soap, you got the body wash, you got the shampoo, and then what a couple of more things. If we want to take it from the morning, you got the clothes that you wear, the watches that you wear, the laundry detergent that you wash your clothes with. These are all consuming. Do we agree?
Yes.
So why not get paid to do every single one of those?
Shit, sounds good to me.
I know, right? Every time when I brush my teeth, I think money, money, money. Exactly. So let's show the money. Let's get into the money. What we teach you how to do, of course, you're gonna do it anyway. Of course, you're gonna spend this money anyway because everybody has to brush their teeth. Everybody, well, hopefully everybody has to brush their teeth. Uh, but you brush your teeth, you take showers, you eat little snacks and this and that. If you're gonna buy that stuff anyway, let's show you how to get paid for it. Why not transfer all that money that you're spending at Walmart or Publix and transfer it into Roderick Global or Shakayla Worldwide? Why not, right?
Why not? Oh yeah.
We're gonna show you how to do that. On an average monthly income, monthly basis, a family usually spends let's say around $300, $200. How much do you spend a month, Mr. Roger?
I'd say I spent about, I'd say 350.
Around 350. What about you, Shakayla?
Like 200.
Oh, 200. Okay, okay. So I guess we'll meet in the middle. Why not? Let's say 300 for the sake of the presentation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what we have to understand to actually understand this bonus performance scale is that one PV equals three BV or business value. 1 point value equals three business value or three US dollars. The reason why we use the point system is because we want and in different countries, of course, the currency is a little different than another. So why not unify it by doing points? So that's all that is. Is the point system is or how can I say this? The point system is pretty much an outline for a universal currency. So when you have business in everywhere, the money is always going to be the same. Does that make sense? So so every so if you do 100 PV, that's equivalent to 300 BV business value or $300 that's going through your business. If you do 100 PV, that puts you on the bonus scale at 100 PV at the 3% margin. At the 3% margin, of course, you're doing 3%. You're getting 3% out of that 300. So you're first of all, you're buying things at wholesale. So that 29%. So you're saving money, which is an average of $87, but you're also making $9 off of what you spent.
That's good.
You know, I definitely know that's some Taco Bell money, some lunch money for lunch or something like that is not nothing to really quit your job about. I definitely understand that. But one thing that you have to understand, most of us in this room did this $9 or made our first profit in the business within the first month of business. That's the part that's amazing. The first month of business. A lot of businesses don't even make or see a profit until years and years later. Don't even see money back until years and years later, or before a customer even walked through the door.
True.
Exactly. Now we do believe that money saved is also money earned. The money that you save is the $87. The money that you made, the money that you made is like physically made is $9. So if you would have went to Walmart or Publix, you would probably been paying $387. While in your business you're doing $300.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. Now we talked about saving money. We also talked about making money. I'm pretty sure we know a couple of people that likes to save money and make money as well too, right? Who doesn't? Everybody's looking for opportunity, right?
Yes. Always. Always.
Sure, down south we call that get it from the muscle.
Mm.
So Mr. Roger, I just want you to Tell me, give me three people that you believe that's looking to save money, make money, by doing the things that they already do.
Man, a lot of my friends, I would say. For one, I would say a friend of mine named Purika, a
Mm.
friend of mine named Demarcus, and
Mm-hmm.
also another friend of mine named Shay.
Name Shay. Okay. Okay. So and that's cool. And one thing about it, this is the sharing part. When we talk about the sharing, we talked about the shopping part. Now we're talking about the sharing part. All right. Now
Yeah,
the sharing part is you have Shay, you she's doing the exact same thing that you're doing, and all the other people that you're sharing with, they do the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing you do, transfer their buying habits to themselves rather than go spend it at Walmart or Publix and getting a smile, pretty much, right?
right, right.
Okay, so you help six friends do the same thing that you do, and assuming that all of them do 100 PV, all of them doing 100 PV, that's six times 100 is 600,
Mm-hmm.
and plus your 100 is 700, correct?
Yes.
Now, one thing you got to understand too, when you do the 100 PV, it just doesn't have to be you. It could be between you and also your customers. You know?
Okay.
Exactly, exactly. So don't think that every month you have to spend $100 or $300 out of your pocket. That's not the point. You're buying what you need and only what you need, right?
Yes.
All right then. So the total 600 plus 100 equals 700. That puts you on the bonus scale of at the 9% BV bonus scale, right above the 600 PV. We always take the floor rather than the ceiling. That's the reason why you're at the 9%. You're now bringing in a whopping monthly income of $135. A little bit better, a little bit better. Now that $135 is can pay what phone bill, what car insurance. We've got car insurance.
Absolutely.
Some people out there driving dirty, but it's okay. But the $135 is definitely an improvement, right?
For sure.
All right, we moving up the scale, right, Miss Scaler?
Yep.
All right, all right. So let's move to the second step. We usually do it. The reason why we're doing it this way is because I'm gonna show you the 642, just to unify the presentation. You can go as wide as you want, which makes you more money, and you can go as deep as you want, which makes it more stable, makes your business more stable.
Okay.
The next step is, let's say that six of those people know four people that you don't know. I'm pretty sure Miss Shay knows four people you don't know, right? Right, Roger?
Absolutely.
Exactly, right? So you got to remember the best strategy for business is word by mouth. That's the reason why we leverage through people. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this 642, you got to remember, yes, you can, if you have like 20 legs and this and that, 20 people wide and all that type of stuff, you got to remember you're not by yourself. And this whole presentation I'm showing you, you have mentors that's helping you take these people through the process, just like we took you through the process.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So you're not in this alone. I promise you that. We'll never leave you. Let's say that one of those six people do four, right? Or all six do four. That's four times six. Four times six is 24, right? 24 plus one. I'm sorry. 24 plus six is 30, and plus you is 31. 31 times 100 is 3100. Correct? If everybody does 100 PV.
Yeah.
Do we agree? Okay,
Uh,
so that puts you right above the 18% bonus scale, which you'll be bringing in a whopping $1,134 a month.
wow.
Big jump from 135 to $1,134 a month. Do we agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm pretty sure you can pay the rent now, paying the big bills, right? The ones that we be struggling to pay, get that money up, right?
Right.
Exactly. Now, what's powerful about that $1,134 is that that's the $1,134 on top of what you already doing. People, let me explain something to you. We do this business part time. It doesn't supposed to interfere with what you're doing, and you're not supposed to go in debt for this business. We don't want you to go in debt for this business. That's bad business if you do, correct?
Right.
All right then. So remember, part time on a part time basis, we usually say anywhere from 10 to 15 hours a week. You can muscle up on 2 hours a day. I'm pretty sure. You cruise Facebook more than 2 hours a day sometimes, right?
Oh yeah.
All right then. So why not be productive and make money during that time rather than watching other people make money?
Uh huh.
Mm, mm. So you're still saving the $87. Of course, that's not going to change because you're going to always buy things at wholesale price because you're an independent business owner. So
Right.
let's continue to the next step. The next step, 642. Those four people, all of them help two people each, correct?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
let's say that everybody does 100 PV all the way around, staying uniformed about everything. And that equals about 7,900 PV. That equals 7,900 PV, which puts you at the top of the bonus scale at 25%. Now, that 25% level, you're making $3,117 a month. That's some money, right? Enough to maybe quit some jobs in here.
Boy, that's some really good money.
Enough to tell your boss, you know what, talk slick again. Watch what happens. I got something for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what's cool if you love your job and you want to keep your job, you can still keep your job and still do this at a part time basis. And a part time basis is making you $3,000, over $3,000 a month.
That's good.
Oh, you want to know what else is good?
What?
You can literally sit at this $3,000. We don't want you to sit there. You can literally sit at this $3,000 a month, and it'd be residual income. It would consistently come in.
Wow.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, let's talk about this thing called residual income. Residual income is coming in with you or without you, correct?
Mhm.
This is what Bill Gates make when he's on vacation somewhere for months at a time, and Microsoft is still making money. That's what we call residual income. You made it to the promised land.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So let's go a little deeper. Why not?
Mhm.
Now, at the 25% bonus scale that I told you, you're that's called Q12 Platinum. You're making an average income, of course, of 56,000 a year, a little bit over 56,000 a year. And I'm just going to talk about the average. The highest compensation is 180,000, but we're just going to lowball it because we don't want to scare you with all this money. being able to being able to drop your wallet on your boss's car or something. You know? But that was Q12. Now I'm pretty sure your friend Shay is probably I'm looking at you, Roger, making all this money. I want to make that money too, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
If she tell you she want to make money too, she want to make that same money, would you help her?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Ah, ah, people
Mhm.
over profit, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
There it is. There it is. So let's say that you help Shay and two others get to the top of the bonus scale, the 2,500 bonus scale, percent bonus scale, right?
Mhm.
That puts you at Founders Emerald, making 123,000 a year.
Wow.
Yes. Now let me explain to you what that consists of. Of course, you're helping three people get there. The leader, that's pretty much leadership. Nobody can just take anybody to the promised land without any type of mental building or mental, growing. Correct.
Correct.
So with that, you also get leadership bonuses for being a great leader, and also it gets even better when Shay makes it to the 25% bonus scale. You get 6% of that leg or that business for the lifespan of that business.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
A lot of sense. Total sense.
Now watch this. When we say it gets even better, I love getting better. I love when we get better, right?
Okay.
That 6% does not come from Shay's bank account at all.
Wow.
Guess who gives you that 6%?
Oh.
Amway Global.
Wow.
And you remember when we talked about that 58.6 billion dollars in incentives and bonuses?
Mhm.
Oh, now you're starting to see it, right?
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes
I
sense.
know, right? And always remember, even though you referred Shay to the business, or and the people that you refer to the business, understand You're not. They keeping their 100%, the full 100% of their money.
Wow.
You understand?
That's good. Everybody wins.
Exactly. And you got to understand, nobody has a boss.
Mm.
Nobody has a boss. You're not Miss Shay's boss at all. Just like I'm not your boss, or the other mentors are your boss. Nobody's your boss.
Hmm. That's good.
Mm. So and the average amount of money of each 6% after everybody makes it to the 25% scale is an average of $1,390 per month. All right.
Hmm.
Oh, and also guess what? That's on top of what you're already making. That $3,000 a month that you're already making.
Wow.
I know, right? I don't know about you, but I'm definitely quitting after that one. Shoot, I can help one person get there and quit. If my boss sneezes too hard, I'm quitting.
I hear you.
All right, so let's go a little deeper. Let's get a little bit better. If you help 6 people do the same thing that you're doing the same thing that Shay's doing, you have all 6 of them do it. You're known as a founder's diamond, making 561,000 average a year.
Wow.
Mm. I know, right? Pretty well. Now I know we see the money, and I understand. A lot of people raise the question of, oh, how long would it take to actually do that, this and that. Let's break that down a little bit so we can kind of, be on level terms with this. Q12 average for Q12, it takes 6 to 18 months to actually do. 6 to 18 months. So that's what, a year and a half. We want to say
Yeah. Uh-huh.
you can do that. You can literally do that before the 6 months, after the 18 months, the ninth month, you're the only variable in the equation. This is a performance based business. Depending on how hard you work, depends on how fast you grow, and depends on how much money you make.
Hey, straight steps, hey, self motivation right there.
Founders Emerald usually is from 18 months to a year and a half to maybe 2.5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And then Founders Diamond is usually a 5-year deal, anywhere from 2 to 5 years. Now, when you read the book Business of the 21st Century, he talks about how many years what how many years how many years of your plan you should actually have, correct?
Uh-huh.
And it's what he said 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Now watch this. Just Q12 alone, some people go to school for 5 to 7 years just to qualify for Q12 to make the type of money that Q12 does.
Wow.
So why not make that a year and a half? And then when you actually graduate, if you're still in school, you graduate and have the option or the choice to write your resume if you choose to.
Wow, that's amazing. Never thought of that before.
Yeah, rather than being forced to actually get out there and hope that somebody hire you.
Mm,
Because you gotta, I'm not trying to be blunt about it, but you gotta understand, because you got a degree, that don't mean that you're automatically wealthy.
true.
All right then. And there's 3 ways to make money. Well, 3 ways, major ways that we make money. We get paid a lot of different ways, but talk about one thing. Um, just like any other store, we have a retail margin, which is what's the difference between the customer price and what you pay wholesale. Is the retail margin. Like for instance, if the retail price on the product is like $15 and we pay 10 as wholesale, that $5, the difference between 15 and 10 is $5, correct?
Yeah.
That $5 goes to your pocket,
Wow.
comes to you as in a check every month. Now I know that $5 don't seem like a lot, but imagine 10 people doing it. Imagine 15 people doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Building that base, just like Walmart. Every time when somebody go into that, every time somebody cash out, they making a retail margin. Do we agree?
Great.
All right then. The second way we get paid in bonuses, of course, your PV check, right? Your points, your downline IBO points. The PV bubbles up. You understand? We get a
Mm-hmm.
PV check every month for how much business value go through your business. And then the third way is incentives. Incentives, them beautiful incentives. Oh my God, beautiful. Mentors rub it in our face all the time. He just rubbed it in our face Tuesday, last Tuesday. And this guy, he deposited a BMW into his saving account pretty much. Still can't figure that out. So let's talk about it. Incentives. Oh man. Okay. How do I go back, Kenneth?
In the backspace.
Hit the back.
There we go. There we go. Talk about incentives. Some of the incentives that's pretty beautiful is the Hawaii. It's Hawaii. If you qualify as EDC or you're in the Diamond Club, you get an incentive to go to Hawaii. And then there's also another island that another place is called Peter Island, which is actually owned by Amway Global. Amway Global owns an island, Peter Island. It takes about $5,000 a night there to stay there. Right?
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, I know that. That's crazy, but just imagine, what's even more crazy is that they'll send you there with your favorite person for free.
Well, yeah, that sounds like the life right there.
A private gardener, private chef, private everything. If you want New York pizza, they'll fly to New York and get it for you.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Also Las Vegas for the Achievers. So I've never been to Las Vegas, but I'm definitely going to that one.
Oh yeah.
And most recent one is Thailand. Like I told you, one of my mentors, a couple of my mentors, they send us pictures. I'm going to Thailand, and it's just making us cry, but it's okay. But also at the same time, they tell us that we can do it too. If they can do it, they can do it.
That's good.
If they can do it, we can do it, right?
Absolutely.
I know. At least I'd be happy if I go to at least one of these places in my life, But moving on. Now we talked about that thing where people be like, oh, you're at the top. The man at the top is making all the money. The person on the bottom working so hard and ain't making no money. This and that. Yeah, the pyramid scheme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take off that employee mindset and let's put on that business cap again. Ready?
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
First thing you got to understand. Facts versus opinions. That's what matters. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their opinion online, this and that. And anybody can post something online and somebody read it and consider it to be true for some reason, right? So, if somebody say God is bad, are you going to believe it?
No.
Exactly. So let's use your common sense. All right? Ready?
All right.
Let's say that this is me at the top. I'm up here at top. I got a nice strong leg going on. I only got one leg going on. I'm Q12. I'm a Q12 platinum, making about 56,000 a year. And I have this massive leg that's going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let's say that this section where it says you. Let's say that this is you. I got down to you in the leg, and you was like, you know what? I'm gonna go butt wow. I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna make 3 strong legs. With you doing those 3 strong legs, you're making 123,000 a year. Yeah, Founders Emerald.
Yeah.
Do we agree? Now, let's say that Shay was like, you know what, Roderick, you don't know how to build this thing. Let me show you how to build this thing. And she go even but wilder and do 6 legs. And all these legs are doing 25% bonus scale. Okay, they all platinums. They're doing big things, right? Let's say that she does 6 legs, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
She's making an annual income of 561,000 a year.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, my thing is this right here. If it was a pyramid scheme, a pyramid scam, why is Shay making all the money then?
Makes sense. Hey, say no more.
Well, that's a funny question because the reason why she's making all the money is because she's doing more work,
Mm-hmm.
performance-based business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So one thing that I want people to understand, even though I referred you in the business and you might be in my organization or you might have somebody in your organization, Roger, that does not mean that it's a hierarchy. You're the boss. These people are just with you. They're not below you. They're with you. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They're beside you. So always remember that. All right.
Yes, sir.
So drawing to the end here, your next step. First thing you got to understand, a follow up with the person that brought you here. I know I went pretty fast, and I understand that some things might have been missed, and don't feel upset or embarrassed that some things that you didn't understand, and you just want to go over again and this and that. Hey, write those questions down. So when you follow up with the person that brought you here, get those questions answered. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Exactly. Don't be stuck in the dark because we want you to be completely transparent. And even if you say, you know what, this is not for me, that's fine. I promise you. When we see you in the hallway, we'll still say hi to you. We'll still be friends. We'll still love on each other and dap each other up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you're serious about this,
Mm.
Roderick and Shayla, the
Yes.
person that brought you here will give you material to listen to and also to read. Study that additional material that we share with you. So when you get back to the person with you, if you got a few questions on that, we can point you in the right direction. Okay.
Yes, sir. All
Now,
right.
now the facts, the main thing, the facts. If you want more information, if you just want to make sure everything is legit, facts versus opinions. These are credible websites right here, the bww.com, amway.com, and so on. These are credible resources that you can use, not somebody that just randomly posts something online. No, these are the facts. Get the black and white. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right then. So if you want to take a second, go ahead and write those down, and we can move on.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
And that concludes the presentation. I look forward to seeing y'all at the end of the process when you make it. Y'all have a wonderful day.